Hello everyone. Hello class. Welcome to a short video, a short tutorial on narrative tenses. Now, there are four narrative tenses, and we're going to go through a couple of examples of each one and when you use them. First one is simple past. Now we call them narrative because when you narrate a story or say anything that's happened in the past, you've got to use a variety of past tenses depending on how the situation was, when it happened, if it was continuous, or if it just happened one time. So the first example here is past simple. I'll read you these examples. I didn't like the restaurant very much. The waiters were slow and rude, and the food had no flavor. All of these things happened one time in the past. Remember, in English, every time you use past tense, when even it happened 1 second ago. You always have to make sure you use your past tense. I went to the store and I bought a loaf of bread and a jar of jam. I tried to start the car, but the engine was frozen. Okay, these are all examples of simple past, things that happened or occurred one time in the past. Our next narrative tense is the past continuous. This is something that you can use in conjunction with the simple past when something happened and when another event interrupted it, okay, or something that was just happening at a continuous state in the past. Look at these examples. Someone knocked on our door while we were having dinner. We have the word knocked in simple past because this is just a one-time occurrence, and we're having dinner. This was a prolonged event. It started to rain while I was waiting for the bus. Okay, the rain started. The start happened like this. It happened one time, right? And I was waiting for the bus. That was the continuous activity that happened in the past. It seemed as if we were driving down that road forever. It seemed, so maybe you're having a memory of it, and we're driving, a continuous action. Our third narrative tense is the past perfect. Okay, so this is when we use it. So we have past tense, simple past tense, and then what happened before that comes in the past perfect. I told her I had already eaten dinner. I told her happened after they had eaten dinner. So the past perfect comes, that's what happened before the past tense verb. It had been a cold and damp day. This is the type of sentence you would use to narrate a paragraph or a story and give some information about it beforehand. She had questioned her own judgment. Again, you're talking about something that happened before the past that you're already describing. And the last narrative tense in this tutorial is the past perfect continuous. So you have something that happened before the past that you were talking about, and it's a continuous action. Shelley had been working for weeks on that project. The sun had been shining all day and the heat was getting intense. So again here you have the mix. You have the past continuous and you have the past perfect continuous. The sun had been shining all day, so it started to shine before the heat was getting intense. Good. I had been traveling around South America for about 3 months. Okay. Now here we have a short paragraph that combines 3 of those narrative tenses. Okay, let's have a read through it, and then you can go through and identify the types of verbs that they're using. I will dictate it for you. Mike was walking down the road. It had rained the night before and the road was wet. He was going to meet a friend. While he was walking, he heard a small voice call him. He stopped and looked all around, but he couldn't find where the voice was coming from. He started to walk again. After a little while, he heard the same voice again. The voice came from near his feet. He saw a small hole. In the hole was a lizard. The lizard called to him. Mike bent down to hear the lizard's voice. When he bent down, a gunshot passed over his head. The lizard said to him, "I saved your life." The lizard saved his life in the end. So what you can do with the video is take a quick screenshot of this so you can read the paragraph again. And then what I'd like you to do is make a small table in your notebook and identify those verbs, okay, that are in the paragraph. That's it for our short tutorial on narrative tenses. Now you can check Canvas for your assignment for today. Have a great day.